Rail service shut down across the Northeast. Torrential rain flooded people out of their homes.
There is only sadness, and it's just overwhelming. So where we are is that we have to start from scratch as we're mourning. We have to see how we can move on.
The NYPD says more than 800 passengers were rescued, look at that, from the New York City subway system. The department says it made hundreds of other rescues, including a livery driver on a flooded road in Central Park. Officers also saved a disabled man trapped inside his home. When he asked about his dog, police went back and rescued the dog as well. One of the most extraordinary images, this minor league stadium turned into a lake in Bound Brook, New Jersey. CNN's Polo Sandoval is actually caught in floodwaters on the way there. He will join us soon. FEMA has approved a temporary housing program for victims of Hurricane Ida in Louisiana. It gets people out of shelters and into hotels, which also helps ease coronavirus concerns in crowded facilities. As of yesterday, more than 3,400 people were in 34 shelters across the state. The Louisiana Department of Health on Thursday reported the deaths of 4 nursing home residents who had been evacuated to a different facility ahead of Hurricane Ida. 870,000 customers remain without power this hour and air conditioning as dangerous heat persists. CNN's Ed Lavadera has more in hard-hit La Paz, Louisiana.
Christine, later today, President Joe Biden will be touring and surveying the damage left in the wake of Hurricane Ida. The president will be meeting with the governor of Louisiana as well as local officials in the New Orleans area. And the president says part of the trip's mission is to reassure residents here along the Gulf Coast that he's trying to make sure that the federal government is doing everything it can to help and aid the recovery process and to make it work as efficiently and as fast as possible. But this comes as local officials are telling residents here in Southeast Louisiana that this recovery process and getting things back to normal is going to take weeks. We are in the town of Laplace, Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans, and the parish president here was telling residents that basically the entire electrical system was severely damaged and impacted in some way, and because of that, they're essentially having to rebuild the entire thing, and because of that, it's going to take weeks to get the power back on, and there are many communities like Laplace here in Southeast Louisiana that are really coming to terms with just how long it's going to take to bounce back from what happened here in the days after Hurricane Ida shredded this part of Southeast Louisiana. Christine?
Those pictures just tell it all. All right, Ed, thank you so much for that. To California now, where winds are fueling the massive Caldor fire. May subside in the coming days, those winds. Thousands of people were forced from their homes this week. The firefighters are making some progress, but officials warn a long fight looms, and South Lake Tahoe isn't out of the woods yet.
We got very little rain this last winter season, which definitely helped increase the fire dangers this year. The grounds are dry. They're very dangerous conditions, and in 22 years of doing this, I've never seen fire conditions like we're seeing now.
Ski resorts, they've been running their snowmaking machines to support the firefighting efforts. The Heavenly Mountain Ski Resort says while protecting our resort is important, it is our people that are top priority. Delta drag on the jobs market. The key jobs report at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time will tell us just how much that variant slowed hiring. Economists predict 720